I was going to say, you're looking well.
Yes, compared to that, you look awful.
So obviously you're not going to tell us whether she lives or dies after that.
I'm afraid I can't. I can tell you that it's going to get a lot worse.
Oh.
A lot worse
Is
than that.
since Chizzy's come back?
Thank God it's only for 2 months.
Yeah,
That's all I'm going to say.
Is it?
Oh, no! I love you. I love you.
Is it nice? Is it nice to have her back?
Oh, it's lovely. She's just an amazing personality. You know, she brings so much life to the set.
Yeah.
And it's very dull without her, I have to say. And when she left, I was actually really heartbroken because we have such a lovely friendship and such a great friendship on screen as well.
We cried, didn't we?
We really cried.
Yeah.
We couldn't do that last scene at all.
Yeah.
That last speech, I was like,
Yeah.
and they're like,
You've had some amazingly magic moments together, haven't you? Big scenes.
What's the best?
always involving births for some strange reason. Mainly you giving birth.
But I have to say, I was 2 months in and still a bit nervous. And, you know, I've got people fiddling about back there.
that picture.
And Rosie was amazing. She really looked after me. She made sure I wasn't too tired, if I needed a break. And there was one time where I put my nails in her neck and she was like, I was like, are you all right with this? She goes, yeah, you know, make it authentic. And
I wasn't all right with
it. Wasn't it one bit where I went like that in your face?
Oh, we just went for it.
Yeah.
That's the lovely thing about working with her, and you'll discover this, obviously, being here, is she's very spontaneous. And we were just like, you know, let's just make the most of this situation, and we just had so much fun with it, and it just worked beautifully, didn't it? And then the second time it was in a blooming jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi, yeah.
Soaked to the bone.
Fun, wasn't it?
It was warm.
Was that part of the show, or was that just your day off or something? In a jacuzzi.
a champ
Not
piece.
seen that, was it?
No.
I'd love to know, you know, with all the medical terms, and I remember, I think it was Emergency Ward 10, some of the people used to say that they'd write the big, long medical names, you know, on the wall or on a packet or on a bit of paper. Do you do any of that?
She doesn't. She's brilliant.
You just
She's
remember it?
brilliant. I've learnt to suture from you. I have learnt a lot from you.
So would either of you be really handy in an emergency? Would you know what to do?
Yeah.
Recovery
but they die.
position. I mean,
We'd kill them, though.
We could do the recovery position.
And we can do...
We know enough to do a lot of damage.
Exactly.
You know.
And we can say clear.
We can say clear.
Clear.
And we can both say lymphangiomyomatosis.
Oh, good one.
Totally left them hanging.
I saw it on there, I was like, quick.
Now, there has been, obviously, some incredibly heavy storylines, and especially with you, actually.
Yeah.
And some that have reflected kind of reality, your own...
Yeah.
Didn't you have to do one where... Because she's quite a... Sometimes I love her,
Yes.
Jack, and then other times I think, oh, you're so miserable.
Yes. She's an awful person. She is,
No,
but
then
she's damaged.
She's damaged, and then she shows moments of you think, oh, actually, I just want someone to put their arms around her.
Yeah, and I think that's been the key with my characters. It's mostly the audience who get to see the vulnerable side of her, not sort of the colleagues that she works with, apart from sort of Alex recently and a little bit with you as well. I think that's very important. But yeah, she's had a really, really tough year.
Well, they wrote a storyline, didn't they, about her having a kind of breakdown within the show, not realising that you yourself, behind the scenes, were having a really tough time that year as well. Was that hard to play then?
They did know that a year before I'd had a nervous breakdown myself, and I ended up in quite intensive therapy for a month. And they knew all about this. They were very lovely, and I had lots of time off, and they were very sweet about the whole thing. And then they sat me down, they said, you know, we really want to show a vulnerable side of Jack, and we'd like to kind of do the same for her that sort of you went through. How do you feel about it? And I was like, OK, because I kind of felt that it was very important to show her vulnerability. And also for me, you know, as a stepping stone to go, I'm OK to kind of show this vulnerability myself on set, and it's important that we all know about mental health issues.
And were you able to reenact that and relive that quite easily, or was it very emotional?
It takes, I mean, you know this, it takes me quite a lot to get to a point where I can be very physically emotional and vulnerable. It took me a couple of hours in the morning. I had to think some awful thoughts, and just nobody could talk to me. And nobody could come near me, and I was very lucky that we had a great director, Paulette. Yeah. And we managed to shoot it in one shot.
It was amazing.
But you are going to do something quite big about male mental health on the show.
We are. Bob Barrett, who plays Sasha, is about to go through something quite dramatic, and he spends most of the episode on the roof of the hospital, being talked down. It's unbelievably important, I think, that we talk about male mental health. Because actually, the suicide rates are 3%, 3 times higher than women in men in this country.
Well, to lighten the mood a little bit, we talked about, you know, her Strictly moment. And I just wondered if there's any, you know, reality show, like, because your character, I'm so sorry, but I see you as that character. Like, you're smiling, it's throwing me.
I know, it freaks me out.
I could see you doing the jungle, or would you ever do the jungle? Have you been asked?
I've had a couple of meetings. I will admit that. Yeah, I have spoken to them. It is something I would love to do, actually, at some point. I think for me it would be an amazing challenge.
When?
Oh, God, I don't know.
When you start campaigns, get Rosie on.
Yes.
She'd win it.